Good morning, Unbreakable. Yeah. I wanted to talk about this because I think his name is Deontay from the Grits and Eggs podcast. I've watched several of his viral clips, and I agree with a few of the things that he says about the black community, about white tea people, about and of course, I really don't give follow. I refuse to follow really any BMs or whatever that speak about things. But so I don't want y'all to think that I hold like a lot of weight with what he says. But I do think that a lot of the things that he said is accurate as far as what I'm speaking about. And so today I just want to talk about pandering. Okay. And, I would like people in the black community to know the difference between, well, a panderer and a man telling the truth, because I think that there's a problem that exists between not only black men and not realizing the difference between a panderer and a man telling the truth, but also black women who actually do follow panderers and pay them. And it's very, very strange to me. And I want to talk about the differences. Number two, I wanted to know why in the BLK community, it's specifically BMs, anytime anyone attempts to uplift BWs, give validation to their experiences or uplift them or say, yes, I hear you, then all of a sudden it's pandering. All of a sudden it's untrue. And, but if these same men, the same BMs get online and they talk about how great the white tea woman or how perfect the non-black woman is or how awesome and amazing and perfection that they are, you notice nobody ever says that that's pandering. Other black men don't attack that man and say anything. They just say, yeah, you right, bro. You right. Yeah. And so I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about pandering today and the differences of all of it, because I think it's something important for us to recognize, pandering. Somebody just requested up, so we'll see what they have to say. You can go ahead, Hundo.
How's it going? I just want to know what you mean by like black men get mad when people uplift black women. Like, and what is there like an example of that?
I really think it's so many, I can't even pull out any examples. I think it's just anytime you see any man attempt, well, we could even talk about the Grids and Egg podcast. Like, we'll just use that as an example. He just simply was talking about, black women and their experiences and them being disrespected and, how difficult it is to move in the world as a woman and how, he as a black man and others need to stand up and try to protect black women. Now, all I saw after that was video of black women. Now, all I saw after that was video after video after video of men calling him a panderer, saying that, is he not gonna get they're not gonna sleep with you, bro, and all of these different things, and calling him a panderer and that it's not true and all of that. And I see it a lot, but that's one example.
Well, here's the misunderstanding with that particular one. So it'd be different if he was just saying we need to protect black women, which every man deep down knows that that's, obviously, especially the ones in your community, the ones in your family, whatever it may be, your friends, things like that. That wasn't the issue. I think with that podcast, the issue was he said we have to take equal accountability as the men that's doing it. And that's when everybody was like, no, well, see, that's where you're wrong. We will not be taking accountability because you're not about to come up to me first time you met me and prejudge me based on whatever you went through with another black man or without all the black men you dealt with. You're not about to bring that to me just because you dealt with them. That's what we're saying.
He said
We're
that
not saying we can uplift them and validate.
He said that a woman should have her guard up. There was nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with a woman having her guard up. Any woman that would give her immediate and full trust to a man that she just met to say that I'm not going to judge him based on the action that she just met to say that I'm not going to judge him based on the actions of previous men would be insane. Y'all preach accountability all day,
Everybody should vet.
24/7, and talk about women choosing better and making the
Everybody
right
should have a big
choices and
guy.
recognizing red flags. In what world would it be smart to give your trust to somebody completely? In no world, in no
That's not what
way
I'm
is
saying.
that.
You
Let me finish.
misunderstanding me
In
again.
no way
Well,
is that
you kind of
acceptable.
interrupted me.
Okay, it's my live, so that's how that works. So if you don't like that, you could easily just drop.
Go ahead and finish your interruption.
Okay, thank you. As I was saying, in no other way, if we look at these things logically, is that an acceptable response. You don't meet a person on the street and then like you meet them, let's say you meet them at the grocery store and they say, "Hey, how you doing?" You say, "Hey, how are you doing?" They say, "Hey, can you come over? Can I come over your house?" "Oh, sure, you can come over." "Hey, can you leave me here unattended?" You should just trust me. I know that you've seen other situations of people doing things, but hey, give me your full trust. Because if you don't, why am I taking accountability for that? That's actually insane.
That's just plain old dangerous. Nobody's telling y'all to do
That's
that.
the same
But
thing
what
when it
we're
comes to
saying
men
is
relations and men
no.
and women.
That's not the
What?
same thing.
What did you say?
That's not the same thing. What I'm saying,
Okay.
what the difference is, this is what basically we're saying. If we have to do that, if we have to take accountability for all the fuck boys, all the abusive men, this, that, and the third, then you would have to take accountability for all the fucked up women I've dealt with in my life. Are you willing to do that?
I think that anybody should be willing to do that. So if you
So
don't
you're
want
willing
to
to
give a
take account.
woman
So
your trust
I'm
right
able to
away,
prejudge you
it's not
before, like as I
prejudging.
meet you and walk up to you, I'm
Okay, you
able
clearly
to.
didn't listen to what that man said,
No,
so
but
we
I'm
can't have the
asking you a
conversation.
question. I'm trying to clarify. Can you not interrupt me for a second? So say
I really
we
don't like how you talking. I
oh
really
my
don't.
God.
I really don't. You really making me upset. Like you really making me upset. I don't even very rarely let men
So
come
hard to
up.
talk to our women. We can't have a regular conversation.
I'm not your woman. Okay, that's
Yeah,
number one. Okay.
I wonder why. Yeah, see, but this
What do
is
you
what
mean
we
you
have to
wonder
deal
why?
with.
There's a black
This is
man
why
in the
this is
comments.
what we have to
Hey,
deal with.
babe,
This
let
is
me
the
add you
issue.
up. Okay, hold
I'm
on, hold
talking
on.
to you
I
normally,
think I know what you need.
respectfully.
I know what you need. You're not talking to me respectfully.
Fully talking.
You're interjecting, you're muting yourself. Hey, babe, talk to this man. This is my husband, so you can talk to him because it's clear you like the fellas. So let me let you talk to
Does he
him.
talk to you like this all the time,
No, of
bro?
course not. Why would I talk to him the way I talk to some ignorant Negro? I don't
Sure,
know
cool,
you.
cool,
You
cool,
don't pay
cool.
my bills. Be quiet. Be quiet. Hush.
That's all I wanted to
Hush.
know, for real.
Hush. Hush. Shut it up. Okay, go ahead, babe. I'll let you talk to him. I'll let you talk to
Now,
him.
Didn't like that.
I guess
Stop.
I was kind of confused as because I feel like he missed the point of uh, of what I guess what is it, the Grits and Eggs podcast? What he was saying in the accountability part, because I don't think that's what he's saying. What you trying to say that he's saying?
Word accountability. He quite
No,
literally
no,
said
no, no,
we
no,
have to
no.
be
I get he's saying accountability, but I don't think
said accountability.
he's referencing. I don't think he's referencing it as the way you're trying to put it.
I just repeated the words he said.
Take it out of
What he
I
context.
said.
get you
Please
repeating the
stop
words you said,
unmuting
but words
yourself.
can mean different things given the context of what's
And
being
now you can
said. That's what I'm saying. Hey, boy, chill out, man.
man, you can stop talking.
Homie, you got to chill out because we having a discussion on here, and this is her live.
Respectful. She keep me.
This is her live. She can disrespect you all she wants. She don't know you. She don't owe you anything. She don't owe you. She don't owe you
Wonder
anything.
why we.
So she can disrespect you every day of the week, bro.
I dropped him, babe. I dropped him. I just, my thing about it is that I have no idea why he felt like, that's what I mean, the entitlement. Like you say, hey, do you talk to your man this way? Are you my man? Do I lay up with you? Am I married to you? Why do you think that I'm afforded to give you some type of respect when you can't give it? You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that you feel like I don't know you from a can of paint. You gonna come get in my live. You gonna overtalk me. You gonna keep talking. You gonna do this and that and the third and say all of these things. It's really insane to me how they feel like that's something that should be acceptable. And he missed the entire point of what the man was saying. He was saying that men need to take accountability for the reason why women may feel some type of way approaching another man because of the way a lot of men behave. He mentioned and he gave the perfect example of using white tea people, like how you may know that not all white tea people are bad, but you may feel some type of way when being approached by one because you don't know their intentions because the collective is acting wild. The same with the police and other different institutions and groups of people and demographics. And then he started going on this whole, oh, do I have to pay? Like it was all just based on the fact that he refused to look at it in any way favoring a woman or understand her position or point of view. It's the same way he couldn't even sit there and be quiet and let you talk without interrupting. But he swore it was because of me. But he showed the same disrespect to you. And that's my thing, is just like, I feel like a lot of these men are totally out of touch with reality and wonder why all of their interactions with women are the same, or why they can't maintain a successful relationship, partnership, friendship, anything, because they are unable to communicate properly. But I know one thing you're not going to do. I gave this man a million chances. You're not going to mute yourself. You're not going to keep talking. You're not going to say this, that, and the third. Like, no, it's my life. It's just crazy. But once again, I think that that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, you have something to say?
I was gonna say, so basically his point is that men should understand or have an understanding as far as where women are coming from when they look at them in a certain type of light, in a certain type of way, because of all the things that's going on, that it's going on with.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, babe. I had to unmute myself. Let me say something, Hundo. You said that you're not entitled to respect, but I'm entitled to protection. Hundo, I see your profile picture. Do you honestly believe that any black woman seeing you would think that you're going to be some type of protector? Be fucking for real. Nobody thinks that you're going to protect them. Nobody thinks that you're going to do anything other than Pookie. A Pookie is always going to Pookie. Nobody said that. What I said is, if you get on my live, yes, you're going to respect me. Respect is not protection, sir. You learn how to shut your mouth and say what you got to say and respect my space. It's really just that simple. That's not asking you for protection. Why would anybody ask a man like you for protection? And I think collectively, we all know the collective of black men do not and will not and refuse to protect black women. So any black woman expecting protection from the collective of black men in 2025, really, she probably needs an SSI check at this point. So really, what are you talking about? And this isn't talking about like your husband or your dad or your brother or your nephew or your son. You may receive protection from those black men, but I'm talking about collectively. So nobody's expecting protection from you, Hundo. Like, be for real. I wouldn't
And
spit on you if you were on fire either, Hundo. Hold on, y'all.
You ain't got to worry about it because I'm there to protect anyway. So it's like nobody asking him to do anything. Second, he got to give respect. If he won't respect to be given to him, and if he can't give
Hundo,
respect, how you gonna expect to get it?
Hundo looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like he been somewhere and been had his booty tooted up. I'm really not about to play with a man named Hundo that has nothing but dollar bills. Please stop the game. Talk about you wouldn't spit on me. You wouldn't be nowhere to spit on me, baby. Cause I'm never nowhere where you gonna be. Okay? Little hood booger. Like, get out of here. Like, let me take your picture down. You making my phone feel dirty. Like, it's always the men that look like a petite prince. It's always the men that wear thongs underneath their sagging pants that got the most to say. The only person that's ghetto is you, sir. So please stop it. But I'm about to block you right now. And then I'm gonna let you go back to your mama's basement or wherever you came from. But my thing is that y'all have so much smoke and so much energy for women, but never any smoke or energy for other men. Why is that? I'll tell you why it is. It's because y'all in this homoerotic relationship that y'all have with other men has got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could stop right now from getting choked on BBCs deep down your little throat, and then you could understand my perspective and what I'm trying to say. The problem really is and I'm really believing this, is that a lot of y'all really, really, really hate black women because deep down inside, that's what you want to be. And you can't be it. You really, really, really have vagina envy. And that is really what I truly believe. Because it's always y'all. I go click on y'all page, y'all look feminine. Let me not even say nothing else. I so my stuff don't get banned. Let me just block you. Let me find your name again and block you. Okay? You're gone. Cause you about to make me really tear you up. Okay, as I was saying, you guys, I think it's important to know the different. This man said that, okay, you guys, I already blocked Hundo, okay? But I just want to show y'all something once again, okay? Oh, hold on, you guys. Do you guys see Hundo up there? Hundo just made a comment. He's already blocked, so he's not gonna see this. He said that my husband would be terrified of him in real life. Do y'all see this man?
Man, ain't no way, bro. Like, and why cats get on the internet and always want to be gangsters? That'd be the sad part.
Oh my God. I don't say, oh my God. Oh my goodness. This man said that somebody, my husband, be terrified. I'm really not about to play. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying though? Like, complete delusion. Literally complete delusion, because that's insane. Like, what are we talking about here, y'all? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Okay, let me ask y'all this, because I have no problem taking accountability. Do y'all think that I was wilding on that man that was up here? Like, y'all let me know if y'all think that I was tripping on him, because I really was trying to give him an opportunity to speak, but the things that he was saying was crazy. So I was trying to give him context, because clearly he did not understand what the guy Grits and Eggs was saying. So I was trying to give him context, and he just was upset about it. And I don't like it when the men come up and they like think they're gonna take control of like me, or take control of the live. Like, hey, let me speak, let me speak, let me speak, let me say this, let me, like, I don't like that, because it's like, I'm not your anything. Like, you're not gonna control me. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not gonna check me. You're not gonna do none of that. Like, I don't like that. So that is the reason why I always push back against men that feel like they're going to do that. And then those same men will always tell me, like, oh, do you talk to your husband like that? You're a stranger. I don't know you. Why would you think that I would treat my husband the way that I treat a random weird dude online? Like, it's real crazy. But anyway, okay, thank you so much, Nayusi. But I'm going to keep going, y'all. Let me just say, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We have a problem in the black community when it comes to anytime a black man does say something in an attempt to try to check other black men, he automatically gets called a panderer. It's an automatic thing. And, contrary to what a lot of BMs say about black women and the accountability and all of these things, black women, regardless of whether you want to admit the truth or not, are forced to take accountability. Let's say there's a black woman that doesn't want to take accountability. She has no choice. The world will force her to take accountability for all of her choices. There's no grace given to her. However, there is a unlimited amount of grace and a lack of accountability that is preached to and allowed to happen to black men. Good morning, Miss Chrissy. It's a whole lot. Like when black men go get locked up, or they go to prison, or they commit some type of crime, or they do something to a woman, it's always oh, well, what did she do? Oh, it's the white T-man. You had it so hard. You didn't have a choice. Your mother was a single mother and your dad wasn't there. All of these things are your fault. Oh, it's these big black, mean, masculine black women. That's the reason why, you weren't able to do what you needed to do. That right there, in the culture of the black community, that is what is given to black men. That is what is given to black men. So I think that the reason why is because we have already curated a culture of no accountability for black men. So when anyone attempts to make black men be accountable on any level, he's already going to get called a panderer. It's already going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Already going to happen. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why a lot of BOK men have such a visceral reaction to accountability, and also why they try to make it seem as if Black women are in the same circumstance as far as the accountability situation goes. Because a Black woman can literally lose her life on camera for everyone to see. And the only thing that the Black community will focus on is, oh, I don't think she should have chose that man. It's really her fault, though. It's really her fault. It's a perfect example of, do y'all remember Sade Robinson? You know, she was the 19-year-old girl that went out on the date with the white T man that she knew, I think knew him from her job or something. The first date, he ended up unaliving her and dismembering her. Now, all I saw was comments from Black men. Oh, that's what she get. Oh, she should have dated a brother. And if she dated a brother, that never would have happened to her, even though we already know that the stats on unalivings in the Black community at the hands of Black men for Black women, Black femicide is extremely high. But we're not gonna talk about that. I remember seeing all of these think pieces about why Sade Robinson should not have made the choice that she made. No love, no grace, no nothing, no GoFundMe's, no nothing. Now, when what's his name? Christian Obumsele, if y'all remember him, the guy that got unalived by his OnlyFans white T girlfriend, how his family was all on social media trying to shame people in order to uplift this man, even though he had said all these crazy things and disrespectful and derogatory and racist things about Black women on Twitter. Then when you think about, what's his name, Telvin Osborne, the one that was unalived by his girlfriend after he said that white T women are blessings to him. And when he was unalived, and how his brother went on a rant on Facebook and said that, of course, his brother was right because nobody wants any begging Black B words and ghetto Black B words and there all of these type of things. And then he went and said, doubled down and said, yeah, you know, white T women are better and all this other stuff. And then to have that happen, and then the white T girl that unalived his brother to get off. You know what I'm saying? But still, the collective of Black men weren't trying to make any of them keep this so-called accountability. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not the way that they did Sade Robinson. And Sade Robinson didn't say anything bad about Black men. She wasn't on Twitter talking about Black men. And she was an innocent victim. You get what I'm saying? And that to me is like such a huge problem. And it's like, it's very clearly there. But there are men like the guy that was up here, Hundo, and many others that refuse to acknowledge the truth. Like, you have to learn the difference between a panderer and a fellow Black man that is attempting to place some type of accountability on Black men. Because if you don't understand the difference, Black men will never be able to do better as a collective. Never. You will never be able to stop the pew-pew violence rates. Hold on. Somebody is reporting me. Let me see who's in here. If I see a dude in here, you getting blocked off the rip. Y'all gotta hit the like button more, because when y'all don't, they just restricted the live to certain audiences. When y'all like do that, it just kind of like, you know what, you guys? I'm just going to go ahead and end this live right now, and then I'll restart it back, you guys. And hopefully, if you guys could like really like the live the next time, I will, thank you so much, username. I'm going to go ahead and end the live, and I'll come right back. I'll come literally right back that way, and then I'll be able to see who's doing the report and block them permanently. All right, I'm going to end it. I'll be right back. I think I got 2 dudes right now, you guys, that was probably reporting that I just blocked, that just joined. So hopefully, I'm going to be able to get them and block them. I blocked 2 of them, I think, that were probably reporting. It was 2 weird dudes with like, it was just probably them. Yeah. So I'm going to keep watching. You know, who joins, and then see who joins, and if I see anybody suspicious, I'll go ahead and hit the block button. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, wanted to talk today about knowing the difference between a panderer and a man telling the truth. And I really think that, in this situation, as far as pandering, I think that there is something to be known from both sides, from not just BOK men, but also BOK women as well. Because I've noticed that a lot of times BOK women don't notice the difference between a man that is definitely pandering to them and doesn't care about black women. It's only a money grab. And then there's a difference between BOK men that automatically assume a man that's trying to educate them or inform them or get them to see the perspective of women, that they call that a panderer as well. So I would like to talk about how the ways to know the difference between a panderer and a man telling the truth. And, I think the Grits and Egg podcast is a perfect example of, BOK men having a visceral reaction to the truth about what the collective is doing, to the truth about what black culture, BOK culture encourages, and all of these things. And then number two, I wanted to talk about, why do BOK men get mad when people try to uplift and validate BWs? And, and it's crazy to me is because as much as we can see this, if you're a BW, as much as you can see this happening, for some reason, it's still people gaslight BOK women to make it seem like it's not very clearly obvious. The world sees this, and it's very weird to me, that every time we talk about it, saying, hey, when anybody tries to uplift BOK women, say anything positive, it's always got to be humbling BOK women or saying, oh, that's not true, they not all of that, or whatever the case may be. But when these BOK men get on these social media platforms and talk about how great white tea women are and how much better they are than BOK women, I don't see any pushback from all of these dusties. I don't. Let's see here. Miss Chrissy, baby, you said Justin Scott literally said the same thing and not getting as much hate. Men are haters. I got to look up and see who Justin Scott is. I don't know who that is. But anyway, yeah, you guys. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry we got thrown off with the weird dude that came up here earlier, because it was just like, I don't even know what he was on. He was on some weird stuff, truthfully. And not that I care. I mean, it's BOK men that come up here on these social media platforms and attack me quite often. And I wish that they would understand that when they do that, it really means nothing. Because for you to be offended about something that somebody says, you have to care about their viewpoint of you. And I really could care less about BOK men's impression of me or how they view me or what they think about me. I don't care. So I would first have to care for it to be affected. So it's like when they say these things, it's just really like, really, what, why? And that is another thing that I find to be weird. It's like a super sense of I don't know. I just feel like it's entitlement. It's also this arrogance that black women are somewhere at home really thinking about the perspective of how they feel. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I'll just say this is that, anytime a black man, a BOK man says, hey, you know what? BOK women really are going through something. BOK women are, the highest demographic of women that are affected by femicide, or they are being left and abandoned. They are taking care of men and being abused, misused, and abused. And it's a terrible thing. And we as BOK men got to step up and encourage our sisters and help our sisters. Then all of a sudden that's pandering. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why wouldn't you want to? Since you swear you're the leaders and you swear you're so strong and in charge, why wouldn't you want to see the so-called weaker women in the weaker people in the community uplifted and protected and have life spoken to them? But that's not what you want. You want black BLK women to be your, punching bag forever. When you get upset, it's just like, Dag, what is that? The guy, he's like an old, famous black person. For the life of me, my mind is slipping on the guy, but you'll know when I say what I say. There's an old interview of a BLK man talking to a BLK woman, and he sits there and talks about how, like, the BLK woman he comes home to, he's going to give her everything that's bad. Like, he's not going to smile at her. He's going to yell at her. He's going to take out his anger and frustrations on her. And she was telling him, like, how come you have to give the woman that's at home with you the worst of you? How come you can't smile at me? You were smiling at the white T man all day and being nice to everyone else. But when you come home, you're being rude and mean to me. Give me the smile. Give me the smile. Yes, James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni. Yes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I really do believe that all of these things that is happening right now is actually literally real life of what's happening. It's happening right now in current times as well. And it's always been that way, in my opinion. And I'm not saying this is every single solitary black man, but I do believe that it is the collective of black men. I do. They feel like the black woman can be their forever punching bag forever. She can take all of the abuse, all of the verbal lashings, all of the disrespect, while when it's a white T woman come around or a white T man come around, here they are smiling and tap dancing. And that's not cool. That's not cool. And then what's crazy is that anytime there is a black man that is willing to say, hey, this isn't the right way to treat the BLK woman, then those men attack him. Call him a panderer, call him a punk, call him a simp, say all of these things and disrespect him. That's what I don't understand. Exactly, Toya. It's really weird to me. It's just kind of like how, if you notice what happened with Russell Wilson, they call Russell Wilson a punk, a simp, tried to ruin his image. But then the worst images of black men, like Future, all of a sudden y'all want to uplift these men and act like these men are the man. And then you don't understand why the BLK community is in the state that it's in. Why there are YNs everywhere, wilding out, acting crazy with no accountability. Why would they have any? You never force any. You never force the collective of BLK men to hold accountability for anything. Well, no, you know what? I take it back. Y'all will make a BLK man quote unquote accountability if you see him loving on a BLK woman. If you see him respecting or uplifting or validating a BLK woman. And that is so strange to me. And it's like when I call out the very clear, disrespect, or like the fact that is buck broken behavior, then all of a sudden I'm public enemy number one. But honestly, if you want to take BLK women out of the equation with that, the reason why there will be no progression for BLK men, the reason why they will stay on the bottom collectively, as far as educationally, financially, socially, is because of that mentality right there. That is the reason right there. Instead of working with the women that you say are supposedly doing better than you, that they need to lower their standards in order to allow you access to them, why wouldn't you listen to those women, that group of women, and then try to listen to them and elevate yourself instead of spending your time trying to drag them down into the pits of hell with you? It would seem like, because it's like, I feel like BLK men, the collective, have some type of idea that others care about their plight and situation, even though it's so obvious that they don't. And I like I said, I didn't want to talk about this again, but it's the same thing like what I just talked about Telvin Osborne, the man that was unalived by his white T girlfriend, who got away with it. And he was sitting there saying that white tea women are his blessings, and he would have intercourse with a dog before he would have intercourse with a black woman. Now he spent all of his life while he was living here on earth uplifting white tea women, uplifting the white tea community, and acting like they were better and all of these things, and just getting on his hands and knees, kissing the ring of white tea supremacy. But then when his brother asked for help and assistance from those white tea women that he uplifted, they did nothing. This man GoFundMe didn't even make $1,000. Why? Because these white tea women do not care about you. So it's really crazy to me to see BLK men constantly try to uplift other demographics when, at the truth be told, you can live in delusion if you want to, but these people don't care about you, and they show you. Because if you mean to tell me that Telvin Osborne, his family, he spent all his life praising white tea women. He wasn't able to even make $1,000 on his GoFundMe, right? But a white tea woman that called a little black boy the N-word with a hard R, she can make almost $1 million. That should tell you right there how much they respect you. That you shouldn't be anywhere validating anybody else besides the women in your community. But yet the collective of black men are so stupid and idiotic that they will never look at those things and say, maybe I should be respecting the women in my community. Because when they say my name, it actually helps. But if they choose not to say my name, I fade off into the nether realm. You get what I'm saying? Because anytime, if y'all ever notice that when these BLK men are exposed for disrespecting black women or being a tap dancer, and how if black women collectively say, hey, we're not talking about it, we're burning our capes. No. What happens to that BLK man? He disappears, right? He goes into the nether realm. You never hear nothing about him. He don't get justice. He don't get nothing. He just disappears. So it seems like BLK men would make that connection. Like, hey, if black women get mad and they decided they don't want to mess with us or do anything, nothing really happens. We really are just out there with nothing. Like, but I don't know. So my thing is that why wouldn't you want to validate the women in your community? It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let me just keep moving forward. I also want to talk about black women, BLK women, knowing the difference as well between a panderer and a man telling the truth. I'll tell you this, is that if you see, most of the time people talk about things and focus on things that affect them personally, that make a difference in their life. I think we can all say that the general consensus of men as a whole, and this isn't just for BLK men, this is for every race of men, that men are not generally empathetic or sympathetic to the plight of women. They are not, right? So if you see us, and especially with the culture, like I said, in the BLK community of what it is when it comes to BLK men, if you think that a BLK man is going to start a platform to where he's only speaking on BLK women, only speaking on the things that are affected by BLK women, you hear him talk, he's now saying things that you know that he definitely heard out of a BLK woman's mouth. He's online, he's getting paid, he's getting cash apps, he's getting this and that from the support of black women. I really want y'all to know that he's a panderer. He is. He's pandering to BLK women because everyone knows that black women are unheard. No one listens to us. No one validates us. So a lot of BLK women feel like to hear their experiences come out of a male mouth means something. Now, that to me is very male-centered, borderlining, pick me, but there are a lot of black women that need that, unfortunately. And that's the reason why a lot of panderers that are BLK men are able to flourish on this here TikTok app. There are several notable BLK men panderers that are BLK male panderers that are really panderers. And I think that is something to look at. Let's say you see, I don't know if I'm a name drop or not. I think y'all probably already know some of the men that I'm talking about. But let me just say this. You see a BLK man, right? And he's constantly talking about how much he loves BLK women. He cares about BOK women. And then when BOK women come on their platform to try to tell them how they have felt about something that they have said or done, and then you notice that the BOK man checks out, or he don't want to hear it, or he's calling them the B word, or calling them out of their name, or you see him holding, space with other problematic BOK men like Moses and others, that should let you know right there that that man is a panderer. And, he realized and said, hey, you know what? In order for me to get some clout, I can just go pander to BOK women, because there's so many BOK women that are desperate and in need of love, validation, kind words, and they want to hear it out of a BOK man's mouth, that they will catapult me to having a huge following, even though I don't mean nothing that I say. I can't understand how you can watch a BOK man in real time in front of your eyes dismiss a BOK woman's emotions that he is swearing that he cares about, and y'all don't believe this man is pandering. I don't know, and this is another panderer. I don't know how you can look at a BOK man that does not even have a BOK wife and then talk about and then use black women for their labor and services. He got BOK women moderators, BOK women talking points that he's stealing the intellectual property from BOK women. If he can go and talk about BLK women, this, that, and the third, all day 24/7 and get money with his rat face. And then y'all think that he's somehow some type of champion for BLK women. He can sit there in front of y'all eyes and say that his wife cannot be ghetto because she is not black. And y'all to twist it and make it seem like the only thing that he wasn't saying that black women are synonymous with being ghetto. I don't understand how you can't understand that those men are pandering to you. They don't care about you. It's a money grab. I don't know. So just like I said that BOK men have got to notice the difference, it's a different side, Black women need to know the difference between a panderer and a man that really cares. And BOK men need to know the difference between a panderer and a man that's just telling them the truth about things. And I think that's very important to know and to realize. And to be honest with you, I really don't have any hope or faith in BOK men, the collective of them at all. So I don't have any faith that they will ever, stop attacking BOK men or other men that attempt to tell the truth. I don't really have any hope for it. But I do hope that BOK women will invest their time, their effort, their labor, their money, whatever, into BOK women, as opposed to investing it in pandering BMs. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how BOK women can donate to a BOK man that is going to take that money and pour it into his YT wife. That's insane to me. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And I don't care what anybody says. That's some self-hatred. You hate yourself. And I don't care what, you can be mad at me if you want to. You can. And if you donate to a man, a BOK man that says things that black women have said to you a million different times, that you have said yourself, that you have talked to and discussed with your homegirls, you're crazy. You're crazy. And I don't care what you say. Because a lot of times these same BOK women will do that. And then they'll be in my live talk about, forget black men, forget black men. Men ain't no good. That's why I'm not talking to men. I'm not doing this, that, and the third. But then I see those same women in these men's doggone live platforms all over them, helping them, doing all type of things. It just doesn't make sense to me, at all. Like I said, for me personally, I'm not trusting no man that say that he care about black women unless I know him personally. Unless I know for real, I didn't see him in good situations, bad situations, in between situations. I'm not trusting him unless I know for sure. I'm definitely not believing no Negro online, because anybody can do anything and say anything online. you know? And not to mention, you'll say anything if the motivator is money, you know? I see you in the chat, S. Jones. Just now, I saw your comment, S. Jones. Let's see here. S. Jones. Oh, wait a minute. You said something else. Maybe you wanted me to read it. You said, I saw a live with the same degrading questions Kevin Samuels asked. BW were there. I believe it. I believe it. Because I seen that a lot too. And it's the same way that you see, like, there'll be BLK women and somebody like Cartel Samuels live, or Black Guru, or Saul, or any of these other men that are extremely disrespectful to BLK women. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You have those men that are like aggressively disrespectful, and then you have the ones that are, you can see their misogyny or their massage noir peek out every now and again while they're speaking. The mask will drop. And I think the mask, definitely you can see it with the two of the men that I was talking about. I don't want to be messy, but it's already people that named their names in the comments, so y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just real crazy to me. Like, I don't understand it. And so that's just like, if anybody wants to come up, and like talk about this, and even if I could get a woman that supports these men, I would love to know what exactly is the reason why you support a man telling you something that you already know. Or why you support a man when you could go easily to a million different, woman platforms where, where you could actually know that they're speaking from the lens of it's their experience. Because you could say that there are some women that attempt to grift as well, even though I think most women that attempt to grift on the pick me side, because it's way more, I feel like it's way easier to create a platform and build a fan base in being a pick me as opposed to grifting Black women about their experiences. Because for Black women to talk about their experiences and the things that they go through, that is unpopular. That is unpopular. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to blow up doing that. You'll blow up more easily pandering and grifting to the pick me pipeline. You know what I'm saying? The pick me shit to pandering pipeline. You know? But yeah, I if you want to send me your request, anybody wants to send me a request, y'all want to get in the box and y'all want to talk about this, I will allow you to speak 3 minutes uninterrupted. Because I would love to know, if you're a Black woman and you are, supporting these type of men, why? What about them, spoke to you or spoke to your spirit that you were like, I want to support them? And then if there are any BLK men in the chat, I would like to know if you can tell me why you were offended by Deontay, I think that's his name, from the Grits and Eggs podcast, why that was offensive to you. But all of the slander, all of the abuse, all of the disrespect towards BLK women was not offensive to you. Why I don't see you calling these men that are disrespecting BLK women names and punks and all of these type of things? Why not? Why not? That's what I would like to know. And I also would like to know, why is it that anytime anyone tries to uplift BLK women, validate BLK women, say that yes, I understand why you are acting in the way that you're acting, and you're right, your feelings are valid. Why is that such a big deal? Why is it everywhere? That goes viral. The hatred for it. But you guys, I don't want it to be just me talking all day. So I'm going to see if I can, get some people to get in the box. If not, maybe I'll come back a little later and see if I can get some people in to talk about it. Because I don't want it just to be y'all, me just bumping my gums. Because y'all already know how I feel. How I feel about panderers. and definitely black women supporting them. And then also, like I said, black men calling anybody that tells the truth to be pandering. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. Savvy Zion. Let me say. You said, do I find Deontay to be more genuine than TPO? Let me tell you something. I don't trust Deontay and I don't trust TPO. I don't trust either of them. I just agree with one thing that Deontay said, which is what he said about black women. And he said a couple things that I don't follow him or anything. I don't subscribe to his podcast. The only thing I've ever seen is viral clips. I agree with what he said about BOK women, that the thing that he went viral with. And I also agree with some of the things that he said about white people. That's it. I don't trust any BOK male creators at all. At all. But if I had to choose between the two, if that's what you're asking me, I would choose Deontay over TPO any day. I don't think that there's a genuine bone in TPO's body. So if that answers your question. But I guess that was a little messy. I guess I shouldn't have answered. But I don't mind. I don't mind. But I said what I said. And I'm not going to change my perspective on it ever. I'm not going to change my perspective on it ever. You know, I already talked about it. There was a whole lot of black women that got mad at me about that. Whole lot of black women unfollowed me and stuff like that. I don't care. They can say what they say. I have a right to my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, agree or disagree. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, that's cool. It's cool. Savvy. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name, Savazian. I feel like I am. Or is it Save? Oh my gosh. Am I that stupid? Is it Save Zion? That's probably what it is. I just was reading it all together. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Oh, I know. I just saw it now, Save Zion. I just saw it now, Save Zion. My bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, you could be a fan of whoever you want to, Save Zion. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Hey, I don't want to talk about TPO. I don't. I feel like if y'all don't see it, then I can't help you. That's all I can say. If you follow that man and you don't see no problem, then I promise you I can't help you. I'm definitely not gonna be able to change your mind at all. Like, dude, that's all I have to say about that. I cannot save you. And that's scary for me. Public PG 1908. That's who they talk about. Yeah. I'll just type it in the comments for everybody asking who. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel the same way with the others as well. Like the other men that I was mentioning earlier. I didn't say their name, but like I said, if y'all like them, I don't know what to say. I don't. Yeah, I mean, Save Zion, you're a man, so there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you're a man, Save Zion, so there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with being talking to men or whatever. You know, so that's on that. And besides, I don't even care. I don't care what men do and who they talk to and who they follow and who they look at. I just care about women, black women specifically, only black women. So yeah, I think that's weird. But yeah, if you like them, I really can't help you, honestly, because your discernment is something that you're gonna have to figure it out because your discernment is not functioning properly. Let's see here. Yes. Yeah, so anyway, you guys, yeah, I want other people to, possibly come in and give their perspective and tell me how that they feel like as a black woman that they can find out and realize and decipher the difference between a panderer and a man telling the truth, or telling the difference between a man that is using you as a cash grab, a cash cow, or he genuinely cares about the plight and situation of black women. I would love to hear anyone's perspective on that. And let's see, somebody in the comments said Deontay's getting dragged like yes. Like I said, any black men, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Deontay is biracial. I think that's what I heard, but y'all tell me if that's true or not. But I'll just say that I think it's strange anytime that a BOK man attempts to tell the truth. There's several things that will get a BOK man dragged. Telling the truth about what BOK men do, attempting to hold BOK men accountable, or attempting to hold BOK men accountable, or uplifting and protecting and defending and loving on BOK women. Okay, Miss Chrissy baby said in the comments that Deontay said both parents are black. Okay, that's great, because I know I had saw somebody talking about it. Maybe they said that just to hate on him or try to like make people like not listen to his message or something like that. But yeah, I know I had saw somebody make a video about that, but that was a long time ago. I think that was even before he had a podcast, because I know he used to make videos. I think he was in a truck or something like that, and his videos used to come across my FYP. And I think that that's when somebody had made a video and said that he was biracial or something. But like, I didn't care though. Like I don't like I said, I don't be caring about stuff like that. I only care about black women. I hopefully we might be able to, as we sit here, we can talk about this and no, you know? And like I said, I really think that in order for us to ever fix anything, even though I already know a lot of people, especially black women, have lost faith in anything actually improving in the black community. And frankly, so have I. I'm gonna be keeping it real with you. So have I. But I hope that maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe if we make small baby steps, we can stop making it to be a capital offense to uplift, validate, love on, support BOK women, and stop making it that it is a cool thing to do to degrade black women and uplift other races and groups of women. You know? And also, if we can get, and I think another thing that's very important, I feel like, to do is to get BOK men out of the Delulu land that they live in, that other races of people and other races and demographics of women actually respect and prize them, because they do not. They don't. And I saw a BOK woman make a perfect example. I forgot her name. If I could remember her name, I would say it. She made a video and she was saying that how, BOK men, people always talk about how come rich BOK men always get with whitey women or non-black women that seek to take advantage of them and their resources or use them. And she was saying the reason why that happens with rich BOK men is because any type of whitey woman or non-black woman that had something to offer, like she was famous or rich or she had clout or power or privilege, she would never entertain a BOK man because most of them do not like them. So the only women that are willing to entertain rich BOK men or even famous BOK men are whitey women or non-black women that have something to gain. So either she's going to get some clout, she's going to get some money, she's going to be able to raise her social status up. That's the only reason why they would entertain BOK men. And once they have received the clout that they need, then they no longer need BOK men. And I was like, you know what? That is actually so true. Because if you look at it, after Kim Kardashian, used Kanye West for breeding purposes and built up her status and got herself up to billionaire status and got everything that she needed to get and no longer needed him or his clout anymore, now she's back to the white tea side. Now she's trying to downsize his booty, get skinny. Her, Chloe, even what's her name, Kylie, all of them Once they received all that they needed to, they siphoned everything that they needed out of the BLK men that they came across. Then they wanted to go back to the white T side. Because was Kylie dated a white T man, a white T celebrity actor? So it's like, I was like, you know what? She's perfectly correct. She's right. And I think that I don't know how we could get to get BLK men to stop living in the delusion that they live in. You're not the most desirable man. The only time women entertain you is if they can use you. That's it. That's the only time. That's the only women that's why every time you see BLK men get with non-black women, those women have something to gain out of the deal for it. Like, even when you think about Tiger Woods married a nanny. A nanny. A nanny who took a whole bunch of his bread. And now she's back to the white T side. Because these women do not like you. You love to tell black women that, oh, nobody likes y'all. Nobody likes the BLK woman. Y'all ugly. Nobody likes y'all. Nobody likes y'all either. Nobody likes y'all either if that's what we're doing. Unless you can give them some clout or some money. Or unless you can give them their fantasy of a biracial baby. You know what I'm saying? That they're not going to treat properly and cause biracial confusion. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not do their hair. So it is what it is. And raise them to hate themselves. And they hate themselves so much that they don't even take out the rage on the right community, which would be the white T people. They take it out on the black people and make it our responsibility to make them feel comfortable in their skin. Weird. But yeah, you guys, I'm hoping that I can get somebody in the live to talk. Because I know you guys don't just want to hear me. So is there anyone that wants to talk about the difference between a panderer and a man telling the truth? Do we want to talk about that? Sure. I hopefully these things will be fixed in the black community eventually one day. But I don't know if they will. I don't know. Because the self-hatred runs deep. The delusion runs deep. And now with the addition of red pill, now with the addition of save yourself, be okay, man, and all of these other offshoots of delusional be okay men that have somehow convinced themselves that they're the prize and that all of these other races of women just can't wait to be with a be okay man. I don't believe that, I don't know. I don't see anything, being changed. And this person in the comments, what's your name? Emil said red pill is necessary. You know what? I will agree that red pill is necessary to expose the men that are delusional and crazy and misogynistic and that need to be excluded from the dating pool. So yes, red pill is needed for that because it will expose a man that you should not give an ounce of time or attention to. That's why I say on the first date, you should ask a man who are his favorite podcasters, what type of, content does he consume? Because that will tell you everything.
Testing, is this on?
Oh,
Is this on?
I'm sorry. I thought that you were a be okay man. Bye. Have a great day. I thought you were a be okay man. Nope. Don't care to hear your perspective about a community you don't belong to. Yeah. So as I was saying, yes, exactly, Miss Good News. The women are not trying to find BLK men to marry. You let me say this. You are not going to hear in a white tea household, in a, Middle Eastern household, in an Indian household, in an Asian household that is their goal for their daughter to marry a BLK man. It's not happening, Captain. It's not happening, Captain. It's not. You know? And like I said, the BLK men live in delusion. They do. They live in delusion about their desirability. And it's really strange. Yes, exactly. The women that the women that the white tea women or the non-black women that actually have power or privilege, you know, those women are not trying to associate and marry BLK men. And not to mention that a lot of times when BLK men get with non-black women and they do give them the time and opportunity, they make them single mothers and they don't marry them. They don't even marry them. They don't even marry them or entertain them. Okay, William, you said that I don't know. I can't tell. Hold on. Somebody go to William's page. Is your page open? Yeah. But anyway, you guys, hopefully, like I said, I can get someone up here to talk about this, and it could be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. Because there are two different things that apply to, there's a whole set of rules that's different that applies to black women when it comes to knowing the difference between a panderer and a man that's telling the truth versus black women. It's a two totally different metrics that should be used. And just two different situations when it comes to that. Oh, you guys. I'm hoping that I can get somebody in here that can talk about this. I know y'all do not want to hear me bump my gums all of this time. I know y'all do not. So, let me see. Cause I was really hoping that I could hear, from someone to tell me. Oh, thank y'all. But yeah, like I said, and the thing about it is that people think when I have these conversations, that I hate BLK men or something like that. I don't. I don't hate BLK men. I don't. I don't even hate men. I just feel like I know that something real stanky is occurring, in the community, and it needs to be resolved. And I do know that the collective of men right now are not doing what they need to do. And that black women specifically, are the most at risk. And that everyone knows, and this is like a not so secret or an open secret, whatever you want to call it, that people know that black women don't receive love, don't receive kind words, don't receive uplifting, don't receive validation. Everything that they do is demonized. Nobody has anything positive to say about black women any of the time, ever. So my thing is that because everyone knows that and sees that, it has created a void in some black women that have not learned to rely on themselves for love. That it says, hey, you know what? I need validation from men. I need to hear a man validate me and say that I'm awesome and amazing and they understand what I'm saying and that what I'm saying is the truth. And so that is where there are BLK male panderers that come in. They say, hey, and also not just BLK men either. There are white tea men, non-black men that pander to black women all the time. It's the same ones that say like, hey, oh, I love me a black woman. I love me a black woman. Black women is so beautiful. And then you go look in their following and they're following nothing but white tea women and non-black women. And black women are underneath their comments acting completely embarrassing, like suckers. You know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, hey, do you like black women? Oh, I needed this. Oh, I love you. Embarrassing. So I just want to say that because of what black women go through, it's created a lane for men to take advantage of black women. And I feel like we as black women have got to check that. Your sister's word should mean way more than a man's word to you. So me telling you as a black woman, if I see you somewhere, hey sis, you look beautiful. You look good. I love your hair. I love your outfit. I love your nails, body's tea. You're a gorgeous girl. That should mean way more to you than a man saying it to you. And that's not where we are right now. And that's the reason why BLK panderers are able to come in and take advantage of BLK women and have access to their resources. You know, that's the reason why they're able to do it. That's the reason why these men are able to pay for their non-black wives with your money. That's the reason why they're able to do it. Because they're able to say, hey, I know all I need to do is tell her that she's beautiful. Tell her that, I understand what she's saying. And she's going to open that wallet right on up. She's going to open that wallet right on up. And then my thing is also to still support a person that said that black women oppress uh, oppress another group of people, to support a man that said that black women oppress T women is crazy. It's crazy when black women are the most at risk demographic in the United States. For you to open your mouth and say that and still have black women follow you, that is, you know what? I guess that's player. Is it player or is it sad? It's one of the two. To still have a single solitary black woman still come on your page, still talk to you, still support you, still say they like you, and you said that out your mouth while having a non-black wife? Wild. Wild. That right there should show you that black women have a lot of work to do. That should tell you right there that black women are in a state of desperation. Really. How is somebody going to tell you that you're oppressing men while being a woman and the most risk at anything? What? What? I promise you that's crazy. Black women make up 10% of the female population. Black women make up 10% of the female population, yet make up 59 to 60% of all unalivings of women. Do you know how crazy that number is? Huh? For you to say that a group of women that have those type of numbers are oppressing anybody, you need to be smacked in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy. But people still say they like that man. And it makes me sad when people say that they like him. If you're a black woman. If you anybody else, I don't have no faith in you anyway. I don't. But if you're a black woman, I have faith in you. And I really am disappointed that you still support that man. He called you an oppressor while you have no power and you have oppressed nobody. Crazy. But whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yes, he said that. Yes, he did. But black women still support. But like I said, I think that a lot of black women have internalized self-hatred. They hate themselves and they feel like they have internalized the things that they've heard. So they feel like they are inadequate. And so when people say, it's just crazy. I just don't know what to say. When you still follow people that have showed you that they don't care about you, that means that you hate yourself and you look poorly upon yourself. The person that you said you liked, username. So, I just feel like I wish that we could work on uplifting BLK women and their image and telling them how much they matter. And that's the reason why I started my platform in the beginning. Because I just want you to know, be okay, woman, you are phenomenal. You are intelligent. You are resilient. You are innovative. You are the bomb.com. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a throwback. You everything in a bag of chips, truthfully. And I understand that the world attempts to beat you down and to tell you that you're not, but the only reason why they do that is because they don't want you to realize your power, your full power, and your full potential. They don't want you to do that, because if you realize, look how great Black women are doing right now. And they haven't even reached 50% of their full potential. So imagine if you walk in your skin as a Black woman and know that you are fantastic. What do you think that you could accomplish? What do you think that you could do if you realize that the world is your oyster? The sky is the limit for you. Look at all of these other races of people that cosplay you. You have white tea women cosplaying you every day. You have Asian women cosplaying you. You have white tea Hispanics cosplaying you. You have everybody trying to be who you are. You even have BOK men cosplaying you, building whole comedy platforms based on cosplaying you, imitating you. They can't even be funny on their own. They can only be funny pretending to be you. So it's like you've got to realize your power. You've got to realize your power. Let's see here. Amuel Topsy, if that's your name, I'm not responding to any of your questions unless you get in the box, because I'm not convinced that you're not trolling. So if you get in the box and I hear your voice, then I'll answer your questions. Anyway, as I was saying, you've got to understand that you as a Black woman, you've got to understand your power. You've got to understand your beauty. And, if you think about it, like everything that white tea women said that they hated and they were jealous about. No, I'll just say this. Everything that white tea women said that they hated about Black women, if you notice, once they had the means to copy it, they started. They said that they hated Black women's lips, that they were too big, they were ugly. What did they do as soon as they got the way to copy it? They started doing it, right? They said that they hated Black skin. It was dirty. It was ugly. Soon as they got the means to do it, what did they do? They was tanning. Soon as they said, oh, the Black woman, those big booties. Oh, I don't like those booties. I don't like those curves. I don't like those breasts. I don't like none of that. Soon as they got the means to do it, what did they do? They started doing it all. And that should let you know right there that anything that people say about Black women is rooted in jealousy. It's rooted in envy. That's what it is. And what's sad to me is that because Black women some Black women have by default made the standard of beauty European. Now that you see white tea women going to get lip injections and making their lips super dumb huge, now there are Black women that are actually doing the same thing, actually altering their beautiful God-given lips and put more in it. You don't need to make your lips big and cartoony. Like, the reason why theirs look like that is because they're copying. I see so many Black women getting lip injections. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you copying the copier? It makes no sense. I see so many pretty IG models that are getting lip injections and they turn to the side and their lips look like sausages. Well, it's like, why are you doing that? Why? And that let me know right there are so many Black women that have internalized the lies that they have been told. The lies that they have been told. They may call you ugly, but deep down inside, they want to be you. Truthfully. And that is a fact. Remember, they were calling long nails ghetto? Nails with rhinestones, nails with designs on them. That was ghetto. They were calling the track star, I think her name was Flojo, calling her, you know what I'm saying? Saying her nails were ghetto. Now, what do you see everywhere? A whole bunch of white tea Hispanic girls and white tea girls with nails, long nails, copying the Black girls. Because anything that they say they don't like about us, they always end up copying. Look at all of these white tea Hispanic girls and white tea women trying to do baby hairs. They over here swooping their actual hair from their scalp down. They over here swooping their actual hair from their scalp down. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I thought baby hair was ghetto, but now y'all want to do it. I didn't see Asian girls on TikTok, white tea Hispanic girls on TikTok, literally cutting their hair so that they can have edges. Girls on TikTok, literally cutting their hair so that they can have edges like black girls. It's just embarrassing. But then they'll tell you, like, but then they will lie to you. I literally saw a video of a white tea Hispanic girl doing baby hairs, and she had the audacity to say that her grandma was swooping down her baby hairs when she was 2 years old. I was like, y'all hate black women so much, but y'all love black women so much that y'all can't even give black women the credit for being the originators. Y'all gotta lie, and act like it was y'all, even though we know that it wasn't. Nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. Yes, Miss Chrissy baby, absolutely. And I forgot to mention YTG men. Exactly. Now you know that YTG men have stolen everything there is from black women. Every single thing, even their persona, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they act, the way they hold their bodies, stole it straight from black women. But then will still look down on us. It's ridiculous. So I only said all of that just to say, like, black woman, you're awesome. Okay, black woman, you're fantastic. For real. So once you realize your power, you will stop being taken advantage of by BOK male panderers. That's all I'm saying, because that could care less. You know, I remember I was at this live. I'm not going to be messy. And the BOK woman was talking about this very notable, I'm not going to be messy. And the BOK woman was talking about this very notable BM panderer. And she was trying to tell him about the way she felt. And she was looking to this man for protection. And I was like, why are you looking to this BOK male for protection and understanding? You are not going to get what you want from him because he is incapable of giving it to you. He is incapable of showing you empathy and sympathy because he does not see black women as people. The only person that he may possibly see as a person is his wife, and that's only because she is living there with him and providing him with benefits as being his wife. Being with him, keeping him company, having intercourse with him, whatever the case, there's a benefit that he gets from his association with her. Why would he give you any type of love or empathy or kindness when you're literally doing nothing to benefit him? He's the perfect definition of a panderer. It really hurt my feelings to see that black woman trying to explain to that panderer anything. You cannot expect empathy from the majority of them. You cannot. The collective of men is not empathetic or are not empathetic. So expecting empathy from a BOK man or even a man in general, the majority of the time, 95% of the time, they're not going to be able to do it. They're not. So you're only playing yourself by even trying. You know? That's just what it is. That's just what it is, unfortunately. Let's see here. Coffee with cream. You said even though they're doing the nails, it doesn't look as good. No, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't. You're totally right. Yes, Miss Good News, the colored wigs too. Yes, absolutely. You know what? If y'all think about like a perfect culture vulture, do y'all know who Alabama Barker is? Alabama Barker. She is a super duper duper culture vulture and is totally disconnected from black culture. It's just an aesthetic for her. She makes me sick to my stomach. She's a literal vampire. She could have been in Sinners. She could have been in Sinners, for real. Like Alabama Barker is a perfect example. Her and Bad Baby. Culture vulture vampires. Like for real. And actually, to be honest with you, I thought I would never say this. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I probably shouldn't say it. I don't like Bad Baby, right? I don't like Bad Baby. I've never liked Bad Baby. I've always realized that she was an ignorant culture vulture. Had the nerve to get up there and talk about who wants to be like black people. Who wants to be black? You want to be black. You want to be black. That's why you hanging around with all black people, having a black baby daddy, using AAVE, wearing baby hairs and knotless boho braids and everything else. You want to be black, but you can't be and you never will be. You know what I'm saying? But even with Bad Baby, how much I dislike her. I really think that I dislike Alabama Barker even more. You come from wealth and privilege, and you want to cosplay as a black girl from the hood and not know anything about it. The fact that there are so many black girls that are willing to hang out with her and be her black accessories, it makes me so sick. I saw this video, right? She was in the middle of it, and it was nothing but black women surrounding her, black girls. There was like maybe 6 to 7 black girls. They were all darker skinned too. And you know how like pale Alabama Barker is? So it just looked like she was like the Negro whisperer. It made me feel sick to my stomach. It's like, do y'all girls not know that this girl not only is using y'all as a prop, but she's also siphoning the life force out of you? She's a vampire. A vampire. She is literally trying to suck the essence, the swag, the style, the culture, what is you out of you. She's trying to imitate and emulate you. Why would you be around a girl like that? Disgusting. I promise you I cannot stand them. It makes me so sick. And those be the same ones that deep down inside don't like black women or won't give the credit where credit's due. Just admit it. You're inspired. You're a fan. You're a stan. You're a stan for black women and black girls. That's what you are. Like, it's ridiculous. Out here freaking wearing what is it? Fulani braids with baby hairs. Ugh. Just make me so mad. It just makes me so mad, y'all. I really cannot stand Alabama Barker. She literally makes me sick to my stomach. And I never thought that I would say anybody was worse than Bad Baby. But I think she's worse. I do. I think that she's worse. And with them big old lip injections she got on her face. Huge lip injections. That girl want to be black so bad she can't take it. But the thing about it is that it's not that she wants to be black. She wants to look in the aesthetics. She wants to suck the culture away while still being white tea and still retaining white tea privilege. And it's like, you don't understand that everything that comes from black women, it's everything. It's our life experiences. It's who we are. It's all of that. You can never get the sauce for real. You can be a copy though, a piss poor 3D copy of us. And you know what else I'm mad about? I'm mad about is that there are so many black men that will entertain an Alabama Barker or a Bad Baby, and they will turn around and then demonize those same things that white tea girl is imitating in a fully black woman. Like, those girls can go out with bonnets on outside, and y'all don't call that ghetto. It's not ghetto to do that. But it's a ghetto on a black woman. Yes, I agree, Miss Good News. Definitely agree. They will befriend black women just to turn on them. For real. If you're a black woman and you are friends with a culture vulture, if you are friends with a energy vampire like Alabama Barker or Bad Baby, trust me, it's not cute. She don't like you for real. You should never be her friend. Like, truthfully. But anyway, y'all, I think I've been on here an hour, y'all. And I haven't had anybody that is willing to come up and discuss this, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live, y'all. And maybe I can come back, when I can get some people to talk on here. Cause I'm sure, like I said, y'all don't want to hear me, just talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get somebody that can discuss these topics or whatever. And I'll come back. Oh wait. Wait a minute. I got somebody that's sending requests. I'll stay on for another like 20 minutes or so. Hey, how you doing, Leisha?
Good morning. How are you?
Leisha?
Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't have enough followers for video, but I can talk. If that's
Okay.
So I was just listening to what you were saying a little bit earlier, and what I've come to realize about this is that I don't even pay the women any mind anymore. Who I'm more focused on and who I realize is the problem is the black men and the black women who put them on a pedestal and give them any attention when they do this. Because when you starve a person of attention, right, they stop. But I even look at the Shade Room. The Shade Room is a #1 anti-black platform. I don't care what anybody says.
No, I agree. I agree.
I look at the Shade Room comments from time to time. I look at a post of maybe Megan Thee Stallion or even Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey has never, from what I have known, been in the media for any bad attention prior to DDG situation. I've never heard anything bad about her attitude in the industry, none of that. I seen a post about her recently, and the comments were just dogging her out. Black men, even some black women, and it was majority, of course, other black women defending her, but they were just dogging her out. But then you see a post of Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian. I can't believe the amount of black people that literally put those people on a pedestal on a daily basis. It's us. It's literally us. It's not them. Because if we drain them of attention, they won't get none. We have this thing about us where we put people on a pedestal and give them more praise for being who we are. And then we put down our own. It's sickening. It's sickening. And that's my #1 op in this situation is like, I cannot stand the Shade Room. I cannot stand the Shade Room. Like I just, and I know who runs it, and I don't want to start any controversy, but sometimes even they could be a little bit anti-black, anti-African American in America. Like the diaspora is not all skin folk and kin folk, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But I just cannot stand the Shade Room.
Girl,
cannot.
You are speaking. I agree with every last thing that you just said, everything. And I even agree with what you said about the Shade Room and the anti-black American stuff, because, it's run by an African, and she probably at the end of the day feels like she can go ahead and ruin our community and keep it away from her own. Yeah, I agree with everything you said.
Absolutely. In this one situation, I even realized before with the singer, I don't know if y'all familiar with Davido. It's like an African singer.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Yes, okay. Davido has so much controversy 1 week surrounding his name. God rest his soul, his child had drowned, and his wife had been going through, I guess, so much. His wife had been contacted by a woman not long after that, who had said that she was pregnant by Davido, and she had been long dating him well before they were married, well before everything. I mean, it was like a week long of this woman posting receipts, videos, text messages. I was waiting for the Shade Room to take on that story. They never did. But as soon as something happens with a black American person, they're on it. They even, the Shade Room even starts drama. They'll do something such as, like, even so small as when G Herbo's child's mothers were going back and forth. If one person wore an outfit and it was similar to the other person, and they know those two people are beefing or have some type of controversy, they're going to post, oop, shady post, look who stole my outfit, knowing that the comments are going to eat it up and continue the beef. It's really sad, and it's really sad that we don't see, enough of us don't see it and see what the agenda is with them. They hate us. They hate us, and we don't stick together enough.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think that the reason why they're able to do that a lot of times and hide is because they have black skin as well. And so a lot of black people feel like well, they're black, so they're not doing that, but they are doing that. And I think that a lot of people have to understand that a lot of black people historically were tribal, and they don't look at us as part of their tribe or connected to them.
Right.
They just pretend to be black, the black that we are, when it's convenient for them. That's why it's so many times that I'll do a video on YouTube or whatever, and they'll come underneath my post and they'll be like, yeah, this is why I don't date black American men, because African men are great. They don't do these type of things. It's just the black American men. And I check them every time, like, excuse me, stop the games. Don't come over here and try to make it seem like it's just black American men, when y'all men have all type of problems. Y'all got the highest rates of DV and child abuse and grape and everything else. It's not.
I wish you could see me. I wish you could see me, but my hands just went to the air when you said that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they be doing it all the time to me too. And it's crazy because it's not just like Africans from Africa. It's the other ones too. It's like Caribbeans. It's everyone. And sometimes I do feel like it's like black American people against everybody, which is unfortunate. Because I do believe that black American people are welcoming as a whole, but sometimes it's not in our best interest to do that. And this isn't to put down anybody else in the diaspora, because if this isn't you, then if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if it does, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you can't tell me that you haven't seen it, because it's very prevalent. It is. It's
Absolutely. Absolutely, you're right. And it's so crazy because what they don't realize is that dating back to slavery, Jamaicans, Dominicans, and African Americans are all the same people, just a different boat stop. So when they come to America, right, the place where we made it okay for them to even be free and have these freedoms, because remember, without us and the work that our ancestors did, they wouldn't even be able to come over here and be first generation college students and all that and have the freedoms that they have. They come into our space, right? To say that we don't have culture is to say that Jamaicans don't have culture and Dominicans don't have culture, because when they were dropped off, the slaves in those places, they mixed with the people that were there. So yes, we do have mixture of European ancestry just because of the conditions, but we're just the same as Jamaicans and Dominicans with respect to, we are from here. We are a people from here that created our own culture. Okay. And they come here and they say, we don't have culture. Like, and I love this little guy because he's doing well for himself. But Kai Sinet made a comment saying that Black Americans don't have culture. Sir, you're submerged in Black culture. Like, nothing you do is representative of your Jamaican ancestry.
Graping the culture. When I heard him say that, I was so mad. Like, he's literally graping Black American culture while telling us we don't have any. Sir, like, and I was so flabbergasted. I was like, I would never, even though I never watched this stuff anyway, I was like, I would never support anything that little boy does ever. How
you're not wrong.
You?
Yeah, and it's crazy because they don't even realize they're submerged in Black American culture. The reason why you're able to do the things you do in America is because of Black Americans. Like, they don't even realize that. You were not welcomed, okay? You blend in with us, but yet and still you want to benefit from everything Black Americans benefit from. I'm pretty sure if they say reparations going out, they're going to be the first ones in line. But we don't have a culture, though. We don't know where we come from. We do know where we come from. We are Black Americans. We are Black Americans. And that's what I want them to realize, that it's nothing wrong with being Black American. Just like it's nothing wrong with being Jamaican, there's nothing wrong with being Dominican, but they were not a people that were native to those lands. So they just need to respect our culture a little bit more, and we need to stand on business with that, because I don't see too many people checking that. I mean, people with platforms, I don't see enough people with big platforms checking them on that. And that's what, like, and then they're some of the most people who also, like, they're the ones that invite a lot of the, others into our culture, because they come here and they see them as, that's where we want to get to. We don't want to be associated with the Black Americans. We want to be associated with them. So they invite them into our culture, such as like Aiden Ross. He's another streamer, but if you know, you know.
Yeah,
He's
I know that.
from
I know that.
yeah.
That racist white T boy. Mm-hmm.
Yes. They invite him in our culture. I'm just trying to figure out, how is Kai inviting him into our culture? How is he telling him that certain things are okay to do? It's crazy to me. And I want more of us to kind of be more vocal and proud about being who. Like, what I enjoyed, I'm going to let you go in a little bit, but what I enjoyed the other day was Shabuzi. I'm so happy he checked that little white T girl on her comments about country music. He side-eyed her, and then he clarified what he said, because they're too comfortable disrespecting us, and I want more of that. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was on the American Music Awards.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. I'm so glad he made the comments he did, and he side-eyed her. Like, yeah, check them on when they're wrong, because they're disrespecting our culture. They are. But I just wanted to jump in and chime in with you. I'm going to go back to work. But thank you.
Oh, no problem, Leisha. I'm so glad that you came up. I enjoyed the conversation. You made a lot of points, and I don't disagree with nothing that you said, for sure. I agree with it all. And I think that if we could get more like-minded people like yourself, that we could get somewhere. Because I definitely agree with you, sis, for sure.
Absolutely. If you come back up later, I'll probably join back with you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Okay, you guys. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the live now. Cause like I said, I really appreciate everything Alicia said. Like, for real, she was spitting nothing but facts. I agree with everything that she had to say. Truthfully, I just I wanted to also get someone up here that we could, like, maybe a person that supports, like I said, the panderers that I was talking about. That way I could get, like, maybe pick their brain to understand why. But I can understand why somebody might not want to join. I can understand, because maybe they feel like I might be, like, aggressive, but I won't be aggressive. I literally just want to know why, because when I'm talking about Black women doing it, like, it's actually sad for me. And I feel like I would like to help unpack the reasons why. Because maybe if I can unpack the reasons why, we can attack the ideology and stop Black women from doing it. But like I said, I may not be able to get someone, because they may feel like I'm gonna, go in on them, even though I wouldn't. But anyway, like I said, the only thing I want to say before I get out of here is that, for Black men, I'll start off with Black men. For Black men, you need to know the difference between a pander and a man telling the truth. Just because a man just because a man validates Black women, or says that he understands the plight of Black women, or he makes sense when it comes to things that are dealing with Black women, doesn't mean that he's pandering. He's just telling the truth. And that's just what it is. There are plenty of men that pander to y'all every day that y'all are unaware of. All of these red pill dudes that pander to y'all, that tell y'all that y'all can sit there and be old and over the hill. You could be 60 years old, 70 years old, 50 years old, 40 years old, and y'all gonna get this young, hot girl because men never lose value and men are always desirable and valuable. He lied to you. You're not desirable. You're not valuable. Nobody's gonna entertain you. And the majority of y'all, 95 to 96, 7% of y'all will never get the money that it ever takes to get a girl to turn her head, close her eyes while you pump her as you look disgusting. Like, it's never going to happen. Y'all need to understand that. That's a panderer. Y'all get pandered to as Black men every day, and y'all believe it. Y'all believe it when people say, oh yeah, I'm going to find me a submissive woman that's going to do everything that I say is going to shut up. No, you're not. You're not going to find that, sir. You ugly, you broke, nobody wants you. No, woman is not going to do it. But y'all don't mind being pandered to when it comes to stuff like that. Y'all don't mind being pandered to when black men are telling other black men that y'all are the most desirable man on the planet. Lies. Ain't nobody never told you that except for another man. That's G. But y'all don't ever want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't mind being pandered to. You really don't. You just don't want to hear the truth. And that's just what it is. And also, so let me talk about on the black woman side. Black women, I understand that you need, I'm not angry at all. Let me just block you, whatever. I'm not angry. And it's irritating when y'all do that. Also, let me just say this, as far as black women, whatever, I'm not angry. And it's irritating when y'all do that. Also, let me just say this, as far as black women go, you know, I understand that it's very hard to move in this world as a black woman. I understand that everything that you do is demonized and you're always the villain, even if you're the. I understand that sometimes it feels good to have your words validated from men because oftentimes it seems like men are just unempathetic douchebags that don't care about women at all. So when you see a man that sounds like he cares, it speaks to you. But that right there, you needing validation and words, kind words from a man is the reason why it makes you easy to be taken advantage of. You should never need to hear kind words from a man or validation from a man. You could easily get that from a sister. From a man. You could easily get that from a sister. Whether she's your biological sister or just a friend sister or a homegirl, whatever. Like the words of your sister must mean more than the words of other men or the words of men. That is the only way to stop being taken advantage of by panderers. Men generally are not empathetic to the plight of women. And even men that are empathetic to the plight of women are not normally going to make a platform dedicated to women. Because why? Because if they were truly empathetic, they would know that they were not in a position to speak on the life experiences of women. Yet there are so many black women willing to hear a man say things that you know that he stole right out of the mouth of a black woman. You are willing to listen to him regurgitate things that he took from a black woman. And not only are you willing to listen, you are willing to pay him. You are willing to pay a man that does not even see the beauty and worth in black women, which is why he doesn't have a black wife, tell you that he really cares about black women. He does not. We have got to stop being easy licks for these men. For real. It's really just that simple. You cannot expect a black man that you do not know. You cannot expect a black man that you do not know to protect and defend you and uplift you and protect you. You going up there on their platforms trying to tell them the ways that they let you down, they're never going to care because it's only about money for them and clout. Truthfully. And it's certain creators out here, black male creators, that are panderers that look dusty. Super dusty. Beard hair all crunched up and looking crazy and dehydrated. Taco meat all over their faces. Hair all uncut, undone. Looking ugly, looking like rats. Looking like the last time they've been to the barbershop with puff balls on the top of their head. These are men that women never wanted and never liked. This is the most attention that they've ever gotten in their life from women by being a panderer. Truthfully. So if you see him and he's dusty and you know that you wouldn't talk to him in real life, trust and believe most women wouldn't talk to him in real life. And so pandering could be his avenue to get black women's attention or women's attention. And there are so many black men like that as well. But it's at least 6 men right now on my lips that I could say. At least 6 very popular black male panderers that are dusty. Never mind, y'all. I'm not even about to keep going. I hope y'all have a nice day. Just remember your power, black woman. You're beautiful, and you do not need the validation of others. The validation from yourself, self-validation, and also love that you receive from other black women that are in the exact same circumstances of you as you, that should be enough for you. All right, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.